Welcome back to Fireboxing TV, where we always keep it a stack and where to come for your boxing fix. Also, if you're new to the content, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. And I'm back with another mini doc, as we'll be taking this one to the H-Town, Houston, Texas, and we'll be covering Hitman and Iron Man, the notorious Charlos twins. Though the twins were born in Lafayette, Louisiana on May 19, 1990, and later moved to Houston, Texas, where they were largely raised and developed their boxing careers. Houston is really where they built their identities as fighters and trained under coach Ronnie Shields. The Charlos twins were introduced to the sport by their father, Kevin Charlos, in Lafayette, Louisiana. Their dad was a big influence and pushed both Jamal and Jamel into boxing at a young age to keep them disciplined and focused. They later moved to Houston, which became a major part of their boxing identity. There, they trained seriously and developed under the guidance of respected trainer Ronnie Shields, who helped shape both of their styles. So have the Charlos twins been exiled from boxing? Well, technically they haven't, but it's a fair question considering both have been unusually inactive and a bit out of the spotlight. Well, let's start with younger twin, Jamel Charlos. He last fought in 2023 versus Canelo Alvarez. Facing a second career loss, his first career loss came in 2018 in a controversial decision against Tony Harrison. Since then, he's had a long layoff, over 2 years. He also lost his undisputed status after being stripped of his WBA super welterweight/junior middleweight title in early 2024, following his loss to Canelo Alvarez, after which he was reclassified as champion in recess by the WBA before being completely stripped due to inactivity, mental health, and personal issues, therefore losing his status as an undisputed 154-pound champion. Basically, he was stripped by the WBA for moving up to fight Canelo Alvarez, which the WBA deems inactive. Still planning a comeback in 2026, possibly easing back in with a tune-up fight. There have been talks and call-outs, like potential fights with Errol Spence Jr., but nothing finalized as of yet. As for his older twin, by 1 minute, Jamal Charlos, in 2024 was also stripped by the WBC of his super middleweight belt. He then returned and put on a dominant 6th round performance against Thomas Cornflake Lamanna, and improving his record to 34-0 with 23 knockouts. Their relationship has always been competitive and up and down, even going back years. They're extremely close as twins, but also naturally competitive as elite fighters. That competitiveness sometimes spills into public disagreements and tension, especially when one critiques the other's fights or career decisions. Reports describe them as being in a public feud or rift, even though Jamal has at times said their relationship is fine.
I want my brother to, I don't think my twin brother fought Canelo to his top ability. He was going through a lot with the psychopath that he was dealing with, and they fixing their situation, and they still fixing their situation. And look, he hasn't fought in a couple of years either, because times things like that happens, and it's just like I said about my divorce. It's just how you go through it, how you face it, and it's just one of those things,
It's just like with my twin brother, it's just like, because we family, sometimes he think he can get away with certain things, and that's not fair. I don't play the pity game. Like my brother he went on an interview with Brian Cusser.
Yeah, I saw that.
Saying something about boots and this and that. But then in my heart it hurt. Like, why you want to do that to me? What I did to you all these years, you done talked a lot of shit about me. I just sit back and I chill. And then when I respond to y'all fans and y'all reporters think that I'm a problem, but it's not that.
But when's the last
time picking on me and taking, like, I'm chilling.
But it's not pure beef, like with most fighters. This isn't like a typical boxing rivalry where they want to fight each other. It's more like brotherly competition, where egos clash, remember both are world champions, and frustration over career paths and criticism. They've had periods where they don't even communicate much, then later show support again, so it comes in waves. Bottom line, yes, there is a real sibling rivalry outside the ring, but it's a mix of love, pride, competition, and occasional resentment, not outright hatred. So understanding how the Charlos twins lost their titles is one thing, but then explaining how Jamal Charlos and Jamel Charlos two proven champions who were not clearly dethroned in the ring, so quickly receded from the boxing spotlight is altogether another lump. Now let's be real, can middleweight fight fans really be getting the best fights without the Charlo twins? True boxing fans know the answer is no. Once the Charlos return, the division is going to be a full-on feast. So again, I ask, where are the Charlos?